if men shouldn't have say-so when it comes to abortion, should a man have the right to not financially support a child that he did not want? Yada.
Well,
let's get it on.
okay, I think it depends on a number of circumstances, for one. Like, okay, let's say, I think it depends on the surrounding circumstances behind the pregnancy. So, like, if a nigga say, I don't want no kids, and then he just keeps shooting the club up all wild, no birth control, nothing, nigga, you got what you got, because you're not acting like a nigga who don't want no kids.
Okay.
If a nigga say he don't want no kids, and if, you know what I'm saying, let's say y'all taking precautions or whatever, and something fails, you know, for whatever reason, and he like, well, you know what I'm saying, how did this happen? We were taking precautions, you know, whatever. And the woman like, well, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm keeping my kid, whatever. It doesn't make it right, but it's like, I kind of get where it's like, if you want to make decisions by yourself and you don't even want to consider, you know what I'm saying, that input, then it's kind of like,
So you're saying like, say,
your baby. So
you're saying like, if the woman is on birth control, he's using condoms, and for somehow they get
right, for
pregnant.
some divine intervention shit happens. It's like, if you just shooting all wild, nigga, you not acting like a nigga who don't want no kids.
Gotcha.
But if you are taking precautions and something happens, something went left, she didn't take the pill that day, the condom broke, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a little bit different for real. But I mean, it's like, I get it. I don't think anybody should just straight up curve their seed. But it's like, I kind of get where you're coming from a little bit in certain circumstances.
Sean?
As a man, morally, man, you gotta take care of yours, no matter what. Morally, we're not necessarily talking about morally here. This is what I don't get. I don't understand how. We're always talking about, like, you know, we're not talking about being proactive. Okay, people are like, okay, if the man didn't want to have a child, well, you know, why is he having sex? You know, that's on the man. You know what I mean? Well, that's how it is about abortion. If you don't want to have a child, why are you having sex? So I don't think it's fair that a woman has to, because, you know, the thing is, oh, the woman is carrying it. Okay, I get that. Okay. Why does she get to have a say and the man doesn't? That's not fair, because it takes two. I don't care who's carrying the child. It takes two to create a child. So
And to raise them.
Yeah.
Right, and support it. So
Yeah. So if a nigga say, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to be a father. Yeah, I think he has that right.
now, if you say that beforehand, you can't be saying that, you know what I'm saying, 6 weeks before she about to deliver. What the fuck, dog? Like,
I mean that's a woman. Oh, how about if she say, hey, how about if she goes and plan, like, let's have a baby, I want to have a baby, this and that, and then you know what? She changes her mind. Her mom gets in her ear, her friends get in her ear, and she says, you know what? Financially, we're not able to do this, and then she decides to have abortion. He doesn't have a say.
no, that's true.
She could turn the on and off switch on.
But I mean, I just mean, like, in that situation, well, see, that's a little different, because you can probably run that back. You know what I'm saying? And make another kid. It's like, you can't unkid that kid once it's a kid. Like, so it's like, don't say
it's just not equal. And I know everything is not equal, but to say that, okay, a woman, if she wants to have a kid, it's nothing to stop her from having it. And if she doesn't want to have it, there's nothing to stop her from having it. But a man basically has no say whatsoever, but is still going to be held responsible financially.
you gotta protect the net.
So I understand that it equally takes a woman and a man for a baby to be conceived. Mm-hmm. Now, when it kind of gets imbalanced is about how the baby comes into the world.
Gotcha.
So it's not balanced. I personally think that it should not be balanced when it comes to the decision at the end of it, because it's not balanced when it comes to who's carrying it and all that stuff and how the baby actually gets out. So
what is not balanced about it?
That's the one element that isn't balanced. Yeah. It's like making the kid is balanced because you need two. But carrying it, you just need her. Right. But then once you have it, both of y'all need to raise it. So it's...
And so because I want to give the people a little background of what we're talking about as far as where we get the reference. We got the reference from the new stand-up that Chappelle has on Netflix called Sticks and Stones, and that was a part of one of his bits, and he was talking about this very topic. Now, he said something I disagree with as far as he feels like a man shouldn't have any say-so in the whether a child should be aborted or not. I still love the stand-up, don't get me wrong, but I disagree. For me personally, I think that the man should be consulted. It shouldn't be equal. But I mean, I think that it's fair to consult the man.
So that defeats the purpose because you can consult him and just say, okay, yeah, I asked you, but I'm still going to do whatever.
It doesn't defeat the purpose because you never know how his feelings may influence the decision, and it doesn't make the decision, but it can. I think it should influence.
But who would enforce that?
I'm speaking morally.
Okay, gotcha.
There's no way to, I guess, enforce it all the way. Just like there's no way to enforce whether a guy said beforehand he doesn't want to have this child unless y'all write it up.
I hear that.
Case. So it's no way to enforce that. That's why the laws are that's probably why the laws are kind of fucked up how they are. But that's where this question came from. I feel like that men should have some say so, not the final say, but because of the imbalance as far as the carrying it and all that stuff.
But then it's like when there's an imbalance in supporting it, it's like, not, you know.
Hey, that's something that you got. But if a man tells you, I don't want this child, and you decide to have it anyway, you have to understand that there's a high possibility that you're not going to get help supporting that child. Now, is that right or wrong? To me, I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? If he tells you, like, hey, and like you said, but it's hard to enforce. Like, if he's like, look, I don't want kids, and then you end up pregnant because maybe you didn't take the birth control the right way or whatever the case, and it's not your fault, but this is the reality of the situation. Like, I think that it should be something for men who don't want the child that is
because I understand that the woman is carrying it. I know there's a risk in your life. I mean, like, it's factors and stuff like that. But also, you guys both decided to have sex. Because I don't think, I'm not talking about of course, the rape cases and stuff like that. I don't think people are out there really, like, practicing safe sex. You know what I mean? I think, you know, these people, like, I was reading these studies, like, women who, I think it's like 70% of women who get abortions, I mean, who have had one abortion, they've had, like, multiple abortions. So I don't think, like, people are out there really, like, giving a fuck if they have kids or not. They want to have that nut. Niggas want to have sex raw. Women want to have sex raw. And they don't care about it until, okay, now shit hits the fan. Right. Which is, like, that's stupid.
Or until it's
like
somebody they want ties to.
Yeah.
Because I think it's wild when people have multiple abortions under their belt and then suddenly you're just like, don't get me wrong, because maybe you're tired of having abortions. But it'd be like, don't let this situation with the nigga you know don't want to have a kid, but you want to tie to him, be like, oh, well, we're having one. Like, you know, like, I just think that it should be a discussion. And a lot of times it's not a discussion. It's not even like how do you feel about this? It's just, I'm having it or I'm not having it. And you made your decision because you said it's my body. And so when he say that's your baby, then, I mean, hey, you kind of signed up for that.
Yeah, because, I mean, that even goes on after, like, I got BMs, I got friends that got BMs. A lot of the stuff, like, decision-making, women don't want to include the man in the decision-making if they're not together. I think they're taking into consideration if they're together, you know, in a relationship. But after that, they just want the money. I'm going to make the decisions, but I'm going to need the money.
And how they act during that scene usually is indicative of how they're going to be once the kid is born, to be honest.
So if we're both being, it's just not fair to me that one gender gets to decide because they carry the baby, because you were born with the tools to carry the baby. Yeah. You know, it's a little bit different. We're like, oh, y'all don't know how it is to carry a baby. I understand, but your body was meant for that. Just like our bodies are built different. Like, I can't hit you, Sabre, because our bodies are built. My jaw is built to take a punch. Your jaw,
it's
not
meant to
so
take
much.
Selfies.
No, I hate when you take fucking selfies.
No, but
it's meant to take dick.
Yada.
Gotcha.
Yada. Are
Change
you
of
speaking
speeds.
for yourself?
Change of speeds.
Honey, no. These jaws are not
Big
made for all that, okay? These are Christian jaws.
Gotcha.
I can only use these jaws to
I
say
don't even
hallelujah.
feel like you believe.
Yeah, I'm not a Christian.
That's
Like,
that's a lot of Christians sucking dick.
Facts.
Christian
Shout out
sucking
to
a nigga named Christian Dick.
Shout out to the Christian sucking dick.
I definitely I agree with where you're coming from. It's a situation of not fairness, and people could just be like, well, that's just life, or whatever. But I'm just like, that's a lifelong decision.
Yeah.
You know, so when you make it for yourself and you don't even have any consideration for how he feels, and he in turn doesn't have any consideration for y'all bills, like.
And let's be clear, on the other side of that, you know, if the guy had the right to say, well, you know what, I didn't want this child and I did all the precautions that it took and it still happened and you decided to keep it, that child still suffers. And that child still will grow up with a deficiency. And while I understand, it's like men never get a chance to have sympathy when it comes to situations like that. Right. Because it's like, yes, the child suffers, but what if the guy wanted the baby and she had an abortion anyway? He suffers in that way too. Or the mother suffers, and everybody suffers in that situation. But one shouldn't be ignored just because they can't give birth.
People need to stop having sex if they don't want kids. I know that sounds easier.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
No, but why is it? Why we?
Well,
but
because we be horny down. The fact,
then you have to have discipline. You know?
No, I don't have that. Sorry. Anyway, I think
that's like
that
when people credit cards max, they be like, "Oh yeah, I want to save money." You know what I'm saying? But I just can't. I gotta buy these shoes. No, you don't have to. All right.
Shit. I guess technically you're right.
Stay away from cheeks for the rest of your life then. Exactly.
Right. Yeah, you want to have more kids?
Fuck no.
But I bet you fucking. Then you can't have.
And I can't have no more kids
for the rest of your life.
I can't have no more kids.
You can't.
I made sure that I can't have any. Yeah.
So you can't get no more butt for the rest of your life then.
Yeah, I'm just.
What if it unsnip and you just end up?
Nah, it ain't going to snip. When I shoot it into the wall, nothing splatters.
So what happened? Wow. So wait.
Close curtain. Yeah. We're done
so
with
what happens when they do that? Did it hurt?
No,
we're not getting into this.
Nah, I couldn't. He was like, you can't beat off for a certain amount of hours. I'm like, I don't be beating off like that. So I'm like, cool. You
like
know
what they say, like in a row, like you just can't be at home for hours beating off, or like
it was smooth. My man got one.
Go.
My man got one, and his jump was like super cheap, and I thought they was like super expensive. He was like, man, just go through your insurance. She's like, my jump was like $50. I was like, for real?
You paid the co-pay for the snip. All right.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it still shoot the same? He'd be like, yeah, locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That's crazy how cheap it is to
discount vasectomy ass niggas.
Oh my
God. But that's what we talk about as
Look,
far
I had a comment for like 10. We didn't went off on a whole ass tangent about you getting snipped, and I had a fucking comment.
No, but I was just saying.
I can't remember the comment.
People are talking about how men need to be more responsible. Like, hey, they're the ones that are, carrying the ammo. They need to be basically
everyone
disarmed.
needs to be responsible. Yeah. Everyone needs to be responsible because if you're not ovulating, he can't shoot the club up and have a casualty. So it goes both ways.
But I don't think women, this is men and women, really be caring because all you hear about like, oh man, this does this to my health, this does this.
But it's only a health issue when you want the kid, when you feel like you want it. If you didn't want it, we wouldn't hear nothing about, oh my God, I'm putting my body at risk to have a baby. Hey, look, either route you go, you putting yourself at risk.
Gotcha.
Abortions put you at risk. Childbirth put you at risk. Pregnancy put you at risk.
They don't talk about that shit when they get them abortions.
Yeah, you ain't talk. Yeah, it ain't no. I'm telling you, these
raw put you at risk.
These joints is these crazy circumstances and shit. You quoting Zion, but you wasn't quoting. You know what I'm saying? Like you only doing that because it's what you want. Like don't slant it because it could go wrong in either direction.
And that fucking niggas on the first night that you really like puts you at risk.
Hey Slim, cut his mic off. Cut it off.
Okay.
You might die tomorrow. You feel me?
What does Zell say? If you know you're gonna let me fuck on Thursday, you should let me fuck on Monday.
Yeah, got you. Don't wait 3 days. This ain't a grace period to get no pussy.
There should be. Because what if by Thursday you don't want to fuck no more?
What if she want to fuck you on Thursday because she has her period?
Hello?
Now look what you signed up for. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3.
Come on now.
Nigga gonna type that love on my fans, even if I don't write back. Extra flavor, I put a fucking get the stripes at. Watch it on TikTok, you see my wrist lock, bang bang, glitch gang, bitch, I got a big block. And I went platinum. Way before hip hop, used to play Nick Knock, now I got rich. Caught me in case, but the niggas be telling how they caught me away.
This is Shy Glizzy, Waikiki Flow. I am Sabre.
Okay, I'm Yada.
I'm Sean.
And this is No Disclaimers Podcast. And we are the best show in the DMV. You are now tuned into the best show in the DMV. And we about to get this motherfucker started, okay?
Look, real quick, you can't tell me the camera not over here, though. I'm sorry. I'm just steady like, and I know that it's not there, but I'm still like, I'm Yada.
No bullshit. All right, so this is Labor Day. All right, everybody knows we record this show on Mondays. We are out here laboring. Okay. How was y'all weekend?
Laboring? Who laboring?
It's cool, man.
This is labor. We are putting out hot fire for the people. They better appreciate this shit. All right, so y'all, how was y'all weekend?
I mean, it did what it was supposed to do.
It was like a 4-day, right?
4 days.
4 days? 3 days?
Can't 3 days.
Don't know.
Can't read, can't count.
Most of y'all be off on Fridays.
Who be off on Fridays?
Nah, I don't be off.
Oh,
Who said that?
I thought a lot of people went. Oh, whatever.
Girl, I was smack at work on Friday.
True.
I mean, I might have
ain't
ran off
do
on the
nothing.
plug round. Shit, I was meeting after meeting after meeting.
Oh,
The
y'all
only
work,
reason I
work.
left, the time I left is because the next meeting ended up getting moved to tomorrow. So I was like, oh, I'm out. Took my daughter to get her hair braided.
Oh, you work on at your job.
Well, yeah.
A lot of people don't. So good weekend. Okay, yeah, I had a good weekend too. I went out. I was out and about in the city this weekend. Met
Oh,
a
you was
lot
out
of
in
nice-
you was out and about in
yeah.
the city. Cool. That's what's up.
I met a lot of nice people there.
Like who?
I
You was
met a lot of
networking?
yeah, I met a lot of nice guys.
Got you.
Like, but it's like I met all guys that I would just be like cool with,
Got
like
you.
friends.
All right, everybody ain't going to be the Neo. You know what I'm saying?
The Neo.
The one.
All right. No, everybody's not the Neo, but I thought you meant like bald headed and ugly like Neo.
Oh nah.
I had to do something. Because
Nah, man, I went to.
that
I went
was
to.
very upsetting.
I went to some
I
cookouts.
wanna
Got
get-
some free food.
Yeah.
Binge watched.
Oh, you
on
mean
some
like them
shows.
tacos your mom made?
Tacos was fire.
What she put in them? That's extra.
Mother ain't make no fucking tacos.
Oh.
Would you say my mom is
Oh, where you get
incapable
tacos
of
from?
making
I'm saying you was
tacos?
out somewhere.
Where
How you
get
think of
tacos
that?
from?
How
Because
do
you
you-
was out some because the background that I detected.
It wasn't no background.
It was enough.
It was a table.
I peeped it.
A patio table.
I peeped it. Patio table. My ass. Your ass was out.
Cool. No face, no case.
Them squares plates. You know you got
Yeah.
circle plates at the house.
But my mom put like cilantro, jalapenos,
Stop
guacamole,
putting that on your
eggs.
mother.
You know what I'm saying? She
On the
she
tacos,
mix it
she
up.
do all that?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
that's
she
what's
do the
up.
damn thing.
Yeah,
You feel me?
fucking lie. Do not put that on her.
If you are listening right now on IG Live, if y'all watching us, call in. The
Mm-hmm.
number is 301-683-8077. Y'all can weigh in on the intro topic, and also the main topic is can the gay mafia not take a joke? All right, and we're gonna be touching on the Chappelle the Chappelle Sticks and Stones stand-up comedy special, and yeah, that's gonna be the main topic for today. So make
6
sure y'all
viewers lost.
call in.
The gay mafia.
Can the gay mafia take some jokes down? Like,
Got you.
what the fuck?
If they
All
can
right?
take
We
dick,
gonna
they can
talk
take
about.
jokes.
That is
Okay.
like, all right. I
All
think
right.
that's a overused, but I feel it though. It still hits the same.
Right. Some of them don't take
Yeah.
dick though.
Yeah, that's true.
So what about
When niggas don't.
what about the tops?
What about the lesbians?
Nah, them niggas swap it out. It ain't
But
no
no,
way.
No, everyone
We gotta call
don't.
them
No,
the-
it's some tops that are solely tops.
The
Hey, I
top is the
saw
one that just
wild-
take it.
No, the top is the one that just gives it. The bottom is the one that takes it.
Oh, so they don't be swapping out?
Wow, some do, but there's some exclusively top as.
Is this some totems?
Moving on.
Some bots.
No, I saw a wild ass video, and it was like this little girl, and she had a lizard, and she was guessing me. She was making like a YouTube video. She was like, "Oh, hi guys," and literally just shit it like this big ass runny liquid shit. And some guy like captioned it was like, "Bottoms when they like, I know my body."
Oh, man.
I was so motherfucking.
Oh wow.
Gotcha.
I was so fucking weak, Slub. Oh my god, it was so traumatic.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
the
I don't
top
know.
will be the man.
The pitcher.
husband.
The top is the pitcher. The bottom is the catcher.
So he would be the husband in a relationship.
It doesn't necessarily guarantee that. Some niggas just like it up the ass, and some don't. Just like just throw it up that jump. The fuck,
The
like.
husband in the relationship.
No, don't you? I mean, don't. Somebody got to be a husband.
But that doesn't necessarily
It
define
could be
by
a
who
husband and
takes
husband.
dick and who doesn't.
No, the one that's getting it is definitely the wife.
Look,
No,
we're
it's the one that
getting
takes
way-
the trash out is the one who's the husband.
Hey, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I mean, he
She
getting
said
his
the one who
trash
take
taken
the
out.
trash out.
I don't know.
I feel like we're digging way too deep into this.
All right, bet.
No
All right,
pun
bet.
No.
All right, bet.
Yo.
All right.
Very witty, Yachty. Very
Okay,
witty.
when you
None of
hear-
these were staged.
When you hear
Where's
this
the
Negro
Wi-Fi?
special, I said Negro special. Hold on.
Negro spiritual. I got
Hold
you.
on,
I
hold
got
on.
your back, sweet baby
All right.
Bray.
I'm doing a lot at once. When you hear this Negro spiritual, you know what time it is. It's time for Yada Yada with Yada. Yada, please let us know what is going on in these motherfucking streets.
moment.
Let's go. Hey.
Shut.
I both got that our ad lib.
Yeah.
I don't know how to turn my phone
You
off.
got it. Remember the camera's right there?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. What you gotta do, y'all?
I don't know how to turn my phone off.
What you gotta turn it off for?
I need to turn. How do I turn this shit off?
Turn what off?
My phone.
For what? What you gotta turn it off?
Because I want to turn it off.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
You don't know
Go
how to
ahead, y'all.
turn
This
your
is
own
y'all-
shit.
y'all-
Down
y'all-
button.
These iPhone users don't ever
Look, I
talk to
never
me
have
about
to turn it
Android.
off.
Like,
Alright.
yeah.
This is the yada
All right,
yada. Go ahead.
peeps. I want to talk about. Okay, first things first. Okay, shout out to Cassie and Alex Fine. They got engaged. You know, all that other shit.
Bitch
I
wanna cheat on
want
me.
to talk about y'all mad ass, bitter ass bitches. Okay.
Babs.
All we saying is these comments. Oh my God, Cassie, what was your prayer? You like Sierra? Oh my God, you left a toxic. I don't know who the fuck taught y'all toxic, but I swear to God, I'm calling Webster. I need it gone. So, she left a toxic situation and leveled up and found the love of her life. Now she pregnant and engaged. Oh my God, like she found the algorithm. Bitch, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Like, first of all, how do y'all know that her relationship with Diddy was toxic? How do you know?
Don't.
You don't know shit. How do you know that she didn't initiate the breakup? How do you know it wasn't mutual? How do you know that she wasn't completely content with balling out with this nigga's racks for all of her 20s? And okay with, like, how do you know that? Like, I don't understand. Like, stop trying to justify. Like, you know, stop trying to get revenge on your baby daddy vicariously through other bitches leaving niggas. Like, cut it the fuck out. It grinds my gears.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all see that? Like,
I see that
I
shit.
do. I do. I really do. I feel like you said, you don't know what the situation was with Diddy. You don't know what the situation is with Future and all these other. The Future kind of, I don't know, because he just be having all them fucking kids. He got like 2 on the way right now.
but we still don't know the situation. Though.
But we still don't know the situation. But you just can't and stop living vicariously through these fucking celebrities. And you don't know what she going through. She could be miserable as fuck right now. You just don't know.
Could've just been like, oh fuck, shotgun.
Yeah,
You
that's,
don't know.
and that's a good perspective because just because you pregnant and posting that you're happy, she might say, "Dang, what did I do? And maybe I need to stick it out with this baby because now I've left this relationship and people are rooting for me." She might be unhappy, and I'm not wishing that on her.
No.
And I'm not wishing that on her. But like, how about imagine you being a lady in your 20s? Because you know they say like your 20s is like your decade of mistakes, and then 30 is when you kind of like. Learn from your mistakes and start,
Right.
That's like adulthood. Yo, you get to be at all the award shows, rub shoulders with Beyonce, the Rihannas. You don't have to pay for shit. You get to roll with Diddy. How about if you enjoyed that ride and then you was like, okay, now I want something, different and change my mind. That doesn't mean that Diddy was carrying her and she wanted to be more. How about if she's like, that nigga's too old for me to actually settle down with. I want someone who's closer to my age.
Then they're gonna die before we even really get good. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
And then people have to understand too, there's like a segment of the internet population, especially like the black internet population, that are filled with a bunch of foreign blacks or gay people who just don't like black men. So anytime there's a situation where a black man could look negative in any type of light, they right there to be like, oh yeah, this probably was toxic. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be having the foreign flags in their bio that talk shit about black men a lot. A lot of people should pay attention to that.
And I know men are different with different women, but I've never heard his other BMs or like girlfriends speaking of him being toxic.
But a lot of ones who comment feel like he was toxic because he talked about all this love for Kim. And stuff like that. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, he had a lot of love for her, but I'm like, that woman died.
Right.
Why don't people understand the dynamic of how that impacts someone who spent a lot of time with you, for one, and who has multiple children with you?
4, if you want to count the I'll be short.
Right, who he was raising. So it's like, come on, dog. He got a lot of kids with this woman. She's deceased. So it's that can affect you in different ways.
Right.
But these be the same people who feel like it's wrong to mourn an ex. Like, how the fuck you want to go to your ex funeral? Bitch, he dead. I'm not about to cheat with the nigga.
Yeah.
But I'm just confused. Like, he's not getting any more pussy. Like, but I'm just confused as to why, like, bitches always have to run with this type of narrative. Like, you're that bored that you invest all your time in, like, coming up with these conspiracy theories about leveling up. You have no idea. But if that was Bonquisha from up the street, who broke up with her nigga and then got pregnant by his mans or his trainer or whatever right after. Oh, y'all bitches be like, oh, that bitch anything. Or let your nigga break up with you.
Why do people...
And then go get with the next bitch right after that you knew from the gym and fucking and knock her up. But, you in your feels. But Cassie does it and it's, oh my God, she leveled up. You bitches are weird.
To me, women weren't giving Cassie enough credit. Like, she was naive. She damn well knew how much Diddy was still in love with Kim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was obvious before even her death. She was just, to me, and I don't know any more than anyone else, but she was cool and she was enjoying her ride. She felt like, okay, this ride has ended. I got what I got. I got what I wanted from this relationship. It's time to move on.
She might have gone into it under that notion.
Yeah,
because they did have a time where they weren't together. And then they got back together.
Or for all y'all that believe in karma, I mean, she did Ron Leslie dirty. So, I mean, y'all be talking all this karma shit. Maybe. That was her karma.
We got her kicked out the mansion.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like we say on the show a lot of women will put up with more shit when it comes to a man with that much money. So he could have been, so she could have been okay with the fact that he still loved.
But you gotta think she was modeling and shit like that. So you gotta think that's a lot of access and opportunity for her that she may not, because the singing career won't go nowhere.
Me and you that was it.
It was you and you by your damn self, because that shit ain't pop.
That was it.
The song was cute. Back in the day, we was all singing it, but them vocals do not even slide.
It was not going to transcend
they do not even
the test
slide.
of time.
She getting everything that she want, and all she had to do is give up a little bit of pussy. She was winning.
And Diddy ain't the worst nigga you could get a butt to. So it's like, I mean, he going down a little bit, you know.
And he probably was, and you wasn't probably giving him that much pussy all the time. He was hitting some niggas on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, come back
Somebody
to you.
said it was her contract was up, and now it's Lori Harvey's turn.
Oh, Aubrey, we have a comment from the comment.
It's like a conspiracy theorist. He said, honestly, don't.
Wait. The mic.
Sorry, he said.
Whoa.
Don't eat the mic now.
Yeah, no, go ahead again. Go ahead.
My bad. He said, honestly, he don't even think Diddy like women. That was his conspiracy theory.
Oh, okay.
Diddy
okay.
He said like Huff. So
I ain't gonna speculate on that.
No, he definitely like women. He just
whatever
like men too. He's
Malik Yoba just came out and said that he loves he likes transgender. I think that was just his lightweight way of coming out.
That wasn't like he came out. That's it. When he made that statement, he came out.
Whenever you see how rough that nigga's lips are, it's no way he's kissing bitches.
Yeah, remember New York Undercover? His lips was crazy.
Like, crazy crease, dog. No, she don't remember New York Undercover. No, she was too.
No, I do remember. I do remember. My mom liked that show, so I watched the reruns.
When night it came on?
Gotcha.
I said reruns.
Yeah. You can tell he wasn't eating no pussy. Them lips was never lubricated.
He shaved that motherfucker though.
He was sucking yams.
You shaved the shit out the cat with them legs.
New York Undercover.
New
Gotcha.
York in the closet.
I think
giving you signs way before you even know.
I think that y'all bitches are.
I just have a question. What gives you this theory behind Diddy not liking women though?
Man,
niggas think he bad. He give.
Nah, the nigga. I've seen like interviews when he just like talked about like certain stuff, and like I don't know. I don't know, but he's very feminine to me. And people can't tell. And I'm not talking about the money and power. It's just like certain stuff, like his mannerisms that I see when he takes pictures like with other men, like certain shit like that. It's just, it's something about it. I don't know.
So you think Uzi's also a little suspicious?
Lil Uzi? For sure. Okay. Yeah. I think most of these, man, I think most of these in the when I've heard like in the industry, remember there was that rumor that Diddy was fucking Tigger? Yeah. Y'all remember that? Came out, his butt was bleeding and shit like that.
Now, but Uzi, I think Uzi definitely has. He gives suspicious, but I feel like he just giving. I think he overall is giving these little teeny bopper vibes. Like these niggas is super. Niggas are very metro nowadays.
Nah, he gay.
Tyler the Creator.
He's gay. Did you hear his freestyle?
No, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's gay. He's gay.
Okay, we're veering.
Oh yeah, nah, it's just not fair because like when you're a poor gay black man, I feel like the criticism is like it's hard to come out. But when you're rich, you can you can have sex with her, you can have sex with him. Everybody's doing coke. I'm not in the industry, but I heard the industry everybody's like like fucking like back in the 70s, like Marvin Gaye and all them, they was all having sex with niggas. Like it was normal. Richard Pryor talks about like getting his dick sucked and sucking dick.
Didn't
and, like,
his son say he got molested by Paul Mooney?
Yeah,
He
it be
didn't
some
say that, but he alluded to it without saying it.
And then
like,
someone
he was being
basically
vague
was
about
like asked about the relationship, and he like, how can it be a relationship?
Well,
Like,
if
how
it
can it be
was a
consensual
child.
if I was a teenager?
It was open. Like I remember I was on the Studio 54 documentary when they could only let like the attractive celebrities in
I
there.
mean, when niggas was wearing halter tops back then,
They
what you
said
expect?
everybody was just doing each other. It wasn't no like I'm
That
attracted
was a
to
gay
you.
club, though. Studio 54 was a gay club.
It was not a gay club.
It was not?
No.
It was not a known gay club?
No.
Okay.
It was not.
Niggas like butt sex, man. That shit
Yeah,
wild.
but,
Like we ain't going too far down the
But that's
the
a
butt
Hollywood,
sex alleyway.
Yeah.
Because ew.
That's a Hollywood thing.
Reel it out the dookie shoot. But I just think that people really project a lot on these celebrity situations. They did the same thing with Sierra. I saw somebody comment, like, I guess it was like the story about the whole situation with Future and the potential baby mama or whatever the fuck he got going on right now. And somebody was like, oh yeah, I'm almost sure Sierra's final straw was a STD scare. And somebody was like, whoa, shit, that's how rumors get started. But I'm just like, how do you reach that far up in your own ass and pull that out?
Gotcha.
You don't know what happened with them people. Like, now that nigga giving out bitches STD, like, that's so weird. Like, imagine being that bored that you're so invested in celebrity lives that you sit and speculate and come up with shit like this because you're projecting because you keep getting shitted on by niggas and you can't level up. So now you just have to say, well, that's what Cassie did because it makes you feel good about yourself somehow, which is super
We all know
fucking
women
weird.
take their personal lives and put it on to other people's lives. Like, if they got a bitch-ass baby daddy who never wanted to be with them, they're going to say, oh, that's what Diddy was doing.
Right.
I just feel like if it works out, cool. But I think it's kind of like super wild for you to just split with your nigga and you're already pregnant as fuck with the next nigga who happens to be his trainer. And I just think that bitches give that type
Oh,
of
it was
shit.
Diddy trainer?
Yeah.
Oh, she's super
I think
wild.
that bitches just happen to give that shit a pass because it's, you know what I'm saying, they do the same thing. They did the same thing with Sierra and how fast bitches move on. But let your nigga do that to you. Let your nigga break up with you and then move on with a bitch you know and get her pregnant off bucks. You're not going to be like, oh, he leveled up from a toxic situation. He found the love of his life. You're going to be like, that nigga scandalous. He was cheating the whole time, whatever. So it's like, keep the same energy.
She been talking to that trainer then. She was probably talking to him while she was still talking to Diddy.
Here you go with the speculating.
Yeah, because that's what we do.
But see, nah, that's what
it ain't funny.
No, but we're talking about
bitches
people
do that.
assuming.
Bitches do that shit when it's a nigga. If a nigga move on too soon after the situation, and don't let him knock her up and be in love and all that other shit. Y'all not calling it true love. Y'all not saying, oh, he leveled up and found his true love. Y'all saying, oh, he was cheating the whole time. He's scandalous. He this, he that. But when a woman does it, y'all sing the praises, and it's like, shut
Man,
up,
talk
bitch.
that shit, y'all. Talk that shit.
Oh, people, that's a double standard. But hey, that's a double standard. But there are several double standards that are in y'all favor too. So I mean,
Very few.
I just think that's
Very
bitches
few.
being birds for real, because it's like if I'm gonna call it out either way, it look funny in the light on either side. If a nigga move on off bucks and you got a bitch knocked up and it's somebody I know, I'm being more inclined to feel like you might have had something going on. And the same thing for a woman. So let's just call a spade, but don't try to pick and choose when them type of situations apply. With y'all funky asses.
Yeah, overall, don't take it. I hate when people take these type of situations so to heart. Like they to be on there typing their hearts out, trying to relate it to their life. You don't know these people. People's social media and famous persona is way different from real life a lot of times. So don't take that shit too
All
much
you
to
know
heart.
is what they post. That's the weird part. All you know is what they post.
Mind
so why
the
do you
business that
think
pays
that
you.
you know exactly? And that's why these bitches don't got no jobs. That's why they got all this time to invest in celebrity lifestyles. Like,
Yeah.
find a business to pay you and then mind that business.
It be bitches with jobs too.
No bullshit. It be bitches' jobs to be in celebrity business.
Wow, we kind of you completed that trifecta.
Thank you. No worry.
That shit out.
Was that a doggy paddle? What was that?
I was breaking up this little light beam, y'all. Hey.
Got you.
We trying to be unified over here.
I don't got nothing else. I'm about to flip the helicopter next. Stop playing with me.
Gotcha.
So, getting into the main topic, can the gay mafia not take jokes? Everybody at this point has seen the Chappelle Sticks and Stones comedy special. You seen it, right, Yada?
Yeah,
I seen it.
I watched it on.
It was so. What were y'all first reactions to it?
It was funny and shit.
Funny as fuck because I didn't really care for the. You know, he came out with like 4.
I thought it was 2 other ones.
No, it was like 4. It was like
was
part
like 4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were like part 1 and part 2.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because he did one in Texas, he did one in DC, he did one in
Which one did I miss?
Vegas.
It was funny-ish. You look, me and Babe was like fried. We was watching that shit. Was laughing
That shit
like
was
shit.
funny.
So, go ahead.
Okay. It just, they don't be joking. He be dead serious.
That is.
Like, the stuff that he's saying, it's no way that we can say it and get away with it. Like, no.
But it's because he makes it funny. So, he opens up the stand-up talking about suicide. And he jokes about suicide, but in a way that has a deeper meaning. There were a lot of people still outraged about it. How y'all feel about like the backlash that he got by the fake outrage online?
I didn't think it was like I think it was, and this is my interpretation. Mm-hmm. No matter how well your life is going on the outside, internally you can have issues. And like you might be having some demons with you that you don't know how to control, and you feel like that's your only option.
Yeah, that's logically, if you're a critical thinker, yes, you're going to get something deeper out of that. People were saying, like, for example, he was talking about his friend, the one who ended up working at Foot Locker, and how he was like, I almost kind of like suggested that you should, you know what I'm saying? So they're still joking about it, but it's a fucking joke. You know what I mean? What were some of the standout jokes that you, or topics that he hit on for you, Yada?
I thought it was interesting when he talked about how, what did he say the trans joke name was?
I forgot.
That was in the audience, and she was he and ha to every single joke, and they talked about how you normalized this R. Kelly situation because you made jokes on it, and why they don't think you normalizing transgender by making jokes. And then he said they made out, and that shit was funny as shit. But, I mean, that's some real shit though. Like it's all about people picking and choosing when they want to die on a hill and when they don't, and it's like. That's true. You saying, you normalize this, but when it comes to that, it's like, nah. Like, I just think that people can't have fun anymore. People can't enjoy anything. Like, what makes you... Anybody else gets joned on? Like, I watch fucking Family Guy. They hit everybody. No one is immune on Family Guy. The fucking transgenders, gay people, straight people, white, black, Arab, Jew, it don't matter. They getting The chopper is not discriminatory at all. Anybody can get it. But people get in but I'm just saying, people get in their feelings about the gay jokes and stuff, and it's like, they're not singling you out. He getting on everybody. Like, it's universal. He's not targeting you. It's not bullying you. Comedians' jobs are to make jokes. Like, when did y'all, I'm going to say y'all because it ain't us, when y'all get so sensitive that people can't even make a joke about y'all, and you're like, well, people are killing us. Nigga, they killing us too, but we still getting our laugh on.
It's only with black comedians, though.
True.
It's only with black comedians. You don't get that from white comedians. You don't get that from white female comedians who make jokes about gays all the time. They don't get that same backlash. Yeah,
not when it comes to the LGBT, or the alphabet people, however you want to say it now.
It's like 14 letters now. Somebody said you can sing. You can name all the letters to Webby's Independent. It's like
that was funny when he was like, he said they own 20% of the alphabet. How the fuck? That's some selfish shit.
They know bullshit.
He really make like when he, especially with all the R. Kelly shit going on, the pedophile shit. Like I was like, yo, he really touching on these jokes and like people are laughing. Jackson. That was touching. Like he was like, imagine. He said, I'm sure people have been molested in this audience, but. By Michael Jackson. Imagine going to school the next day.
Your dick sucked by the King of Pop. He was like, "How was your weekend? Great. How was my weekend?"
And it's funny. Shit was funny. He made it funny.
Right,
and
it's
funny.
Not
funny, but it's funny as shit.
It's like what, but this is the thing. It's not to downplay what may or may not happen or anything like that. But you can't change that. All you can do is really like for us. I mean, it's really like we don't even know really what really happened or didn't happen.
Right.
People been making them jokes for decades. Yeah. Get the fuck over.
But when he said he said I am a victim blamer, he was like, well, what were the kids wearing?
And that was a joke. Of course, he's not saying about the Rihanna
satire.
thing. Yes, it's a joke. That's what comedians do. I personally think that Dave Chappelle single-handedly saved comedy, and I say that because comedy was very safe with the Kevin Hart being at the forefront of it, right? Comedians now, he's being a sacrificial lamb, leaving the door open now for comedians to, if Dave did this, they can do their version of them and be unapologetic with it.
I can see
Kinda.
you.
Because
So
I feel like
basically,
he's
black.
still gonna be able to get away with shit that other people just can't pull off. But
He
it
kind of
does
opened the
open
door.
that,
Now
yeah.
the networks see what this type of comedy can do. Just honest, with how uncorrect or incorrect.
like the faggot nigga thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really interesting
Because
too.
with K Hart, it's kind of like
And-
PG.
And let's while we on the subject of him, let's give a little prayer to him in his recovery because he was in a
Really
bad car accident.
Yeah, they say his surgery.
Looking at that car,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, you
That's
was about to be
wild.
out of here because that
That's
car looks
wild.
fucking mutilated.
Man, what?
But I laughed at how Dave Chappelle said he was like, oh yeah, they dug up those tweets on Kevin Hart. And if you don't apologize, you can't host the Oscars. He said, I quit, and then spent the next 9 months apologizing.
No bullshit.
They're not gonna
No
let you live
bullshit.
it down.
Juicy Smouye.
Yeah.
Called that man Juicy.
The whole special was like funny
And
as fuck.
fearless. Like he just said whatever he wanted. That's like he picked out all of the most serious like topics that nobody wants to touch and was like, I'm gonna list them and I'm gonna hit all of them shit.
And what's so crazy is most of the audience be white.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying earlier, I was listening to see the difference. I was looking at the last Chris Rock special. You look in the audience, most of them are black. Like Dave Chappelle be talking to these niggas, and it's no niggas in the crowd.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he gets a pass because his wife is Asian or like I don't know what gives him the freedom. Or people say, okay, that's Dave Chappelle. He can talk about that shit, but keep doing that shit.
I think
love it.
I think it's because he can make it funny.
And he's always been that candid though, even back on his show. He's
No, but it's
always
some-
been
And he gets on everybody.
But like, okay, like I remember like Patrice O'Neal, funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't have made those jokes.
But I think because he had to hit. I think we all know Chappelle. I mean, outside of the films that he's been in, your biggest thing you cite him from is the Chappelle show, and it's just like to have that kind of show. Like, what comedian had a show like that where it was just really that raw?
Where he literally went on everyone.
He said,
every
I can
group.
say nigga with impunity, but I can't say faggot.
I can't
So-
wait till Eddie Murphy because he just signed a deal.
So you don't think that because a lot of people would think that Eddie Murphy kind of chilled off of stand up because remember he had the faggot in his and he got a lot of backlash for that even years later.
Yeah.
A lot of people would attribute like the way society and media is now, the cancel culture, to why Eddie's been quiet for some years. Do y'all think that's anything?
I think he about to come back on fire.
But do you not think this stand up kind of opened the door for comedians
But
to
then
be
he
more
have a
bold?
scandal, wasn't he? They said he was Johnny Gill's boyfriend or some shit.
Hey, out.
Or he was wasn't he hitting a tranny?
I don't know.
It'd be so, yeah.
I hope he
Told you,
talk
the industry
about
wild.
Yeah, it's just wild that cancel culture is even a thing. Like shut up.
it. And he addressed that in the stand up as well as the back to the faggot nigga thing. Like no, so he made a joke saying about how how you can say how faggot can be said on how nigga can be said on TV but not faggot. And he was breaking down like how he had to deal with
She
this
said, 'Cause
company,
you're
this
not
industry.
Gay. He said, I'm not a nigga either.
But that goes to show you that. Go ahead, Sabra.
Show you that what?
Like,
I was just
in the
bringing up
context-
the background of the.
I'm assuming the lady was white. It was like, because you're not gay. Well, in the black culture, a lot of people use faggot. We're not even talking about someone who likes the same gender. So she put that in a context for him without him even explaining, why he was saying faggot. She's like, because you're not gay. Well, how does she know that?
That's the original context of it, I guess.
Oh,
People
okay.
don't want to discuss any type of variation. Like, because, I mean, a lot of times niggas say that.
Yeah,
shit
because I
nowadays,
say like you a
not
faggot,
even-
that means you're a bitch. Like it has nothing to do like, oh, you like other men. But
And that's wild, though, because most times when we're saying that, we're not talking to people who are gay.
not at all.
Yeah, we have to stop being afraid just as a society to not say anything negative about the LGBT community or the gay community. They can be criticized just like everybody else can be criticized.
Because
like,
we
there's
oppressed, too,
fucked up
and
shit
we
going
get
on.
criticized, so you deal with it, bitch.
There's fucked up shit going on in their community, just like it's fucked up shit going on in our community and every other community. Why is it that if they are mentioned, that you should be canceled or that you should be, you know, publicly like crucified for the words that you say to criticize the community. Now, if you're disrespecting them, that's one thing. But I believe that how I took it of the joke was when he was saying how he had to go through this agency who has like kind of like the FCC or whatever, to be put on TV. You can say nigga on TV, but you can't say faggot on TV. I don't know if it was about him saying it particularly, but you could just one can be said on TV and one cannot. I don't understand. Why do y'all think faggot can be said on TV or couldn't be said on TV at the time?
Because they're catering to these crybaby ass
Because clearly somebody who
they're catering to the alphabet boys and girls.
No, the higher ups, it's probably a lot of them who have a lot of power, and yeah, we can't upset them.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like if there could be jokes on police brutality, which there are several jokes on police brutality, there are real victims of that, and that could be joked on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But none of those people are probably running any of these, you know, networks or have the, you know, it goes to like kind of like with Harvey Weinstein, like being swept under the rug. Like people like, man, he got so many connections. I know he like do fucked up shit, but like this might help my career. So fuck it, we gonna let him slide. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, it's hella victims of being black.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. But that don't absolve us or make us immune from the jokes. So fuck it.
But they don't care because these parents of these who are losing these kids, they're not in any positions of power with any major networks.
But I'm like, man, fuck y'all, young. It shit happens. Everybody getting killed. Shut up. Shut your ass up. Like, it's just like when you like fry a handicapped person. Don't tell me you want to be treated like everybody else, because I sparks niggas up. Your ass is next.
Yeah,
but it's the same. The LGBT elemental 5, 6, 7 community.
Numbers in it now.
No numbers.
It's going to be numbers soon. It's going to be numbers because if you more than one of them, they're going to give you it's going to be a
like,
pass sign in there.
It's 2 T's, it's 2 A's, like
3.14, 22/7. It's going to all that shit.
Y'all, like, how you got T twice in the jump though? You get one fucking T, dog. Make it count. How the fuck you get
the people in the industry? They know who have power. Like when 21 said that Jewish remark.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I apologize, this and that. He knows why he's apologizing. There's a reason. We just don't know. You know what I mean?
Y'all.
Because
I would like to hear a person from the community speak on that. Me personally, I wish somebody from the community would call up. The number is 301-683-8077. So call up. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're listening on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and catch us live on Instagram. 8:30 is on Mondays, and call up. Save the number in your phone. The number ain't gonna change.
like, what was so bad about we've been getting Jewish money? Everything is kosher. Like that's kind of like a OG. Like that's like paying homage.
Suck my dick.
Buster came out with a song called A-Rap Money. No one said shit about that.
I'm not apologizing for shit. Fuck y'all. Suck my dick.
You're not apologizing now because
if you wasn't fucking monopolizing everything, Jewish money wouldn't even be a thing. So suck on these fortune cookie nuts and read your future, ho.
I mean, it's a little bit different. We get a motherfucking deal and they say, hey, y'all can't say certain things. I'm like,
sounds
no,
good,
that.
but watch this. If you wanna get down on these hairy balls, why don't you jump right? It's a crotch party out up in here.
That's why you gotta fucking build leverage with these deals. Because I'm pretty sure nobody told Chappelle he could not say, but he has leverage.
Yeah, now he has leverage because of his staying power and like how much money he has in the following. So
yeah, well,
you gotta be at the top of the food chain to have leverage.
That's true, but let's be clear: who's not who is on the top of the food chain, but is still gonna get these jokes and is not above jokes, just like everybody else. Nobody's getting singled out. I personally don't care if a person is gay, LGBTQ. I don't really give a fuck as long as you know what I'm saying. It's not the person that I'm fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. But other than that, I don't give a shit. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got gay friends. Fuck. I'm going to use it.
Don't say you got gay friends.
I got gay friends.
That's like a white person saying I got black friends. That's like
that might be valid.
But your gay friends know you that you don't have to say, oh, I got gay friends.
But why? Because if you have black friends
up too.
If you have black friends, that may be relevant to the situation.
No, not when white people say, "Oh, well, I have black friends."
And
It
What the
depends
fuck
on what
do that
they're
mean?
talking about. I didn't say I'm not.
Well,
I'm
they
not,
usually accompany that with a number. I have 3 black friends.
But no, it's not like I'm saying I should be able to say faggot all the time because I got gay friends. I mean, I got gay friends. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just
So what was
saying
the point of you mentioning you have gay friends?
the fact that I understand the things that they go through. I understand a lot of the ways that they feel when it comes to certain things. I have proper context around most topics that we talk about concerning them because I talk to them.
But you can't understand how they feel if you're not really gay and what they go
So
through.
you,
Because
but
y'all
you
can talk to me about
sympathize.
women. Y'all can talk to me about women problems.
But you can
but I'm
understand. You may not understand
sympathize.
firsthand,
Yeah.
but you can
Right.
understand what they're coming from and what they're saying.
You can sympathize
Maybe not firsthand, but
and
yeah.
empathize.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna light y'all
I'm
shit
not
up.
ignorant. I'm not
I don't give a
basically. I
fuck.
say that to say I'm not ignorant to this shit. Like I'm not ignorant to the shit that y'all go through. I have context.
And even
around
if I
stuff.
was, these jokes still gonna fly because everybody can get it. I mean,
Everyone.
Well, of
equal
course you get it, 'cause
opportunity.
black people been going through it.
Joner, anybody
Right.
could get these jokes. Let it fucking go, Slim. It's like
It's a joke.
It's a joke, and it wasn't poor taste. Taste these nuts. It's a joke.
If all comedy
But
was
the-
sensitive,
but the
it
crazy
wouldn't be
thing is,
comedy.
They're not jokes though. I still find them funny, but they're not jokes.
Which
they
one?
really know
What
the
wasn't?
statements.
What wasn't jokes?
None of that. All that shit was true. That wasn't motherfucking
Something
jokes.
being true
Some-
doesn't make it
yeah.
any less
Oh,
of
yeah.
a joke. You put
That's
it in
a
a comedic
fact.
format, and it's a joke.
But what's the comedic format? Could this
Shit,
be a
a
comedic
That
manner
makes
format?
you
that
laugh.
makes you fucking laugh because it's a
Gotcha.
lot of shit that's said about black people that's true, but when you put it in comedy and make it a joke, it's shit
Gotcha.
funny. Like
Because the only reason I said that, like, say if me and you were talking about like pedophilia on like Twitter and shit like that, people be like, it's the shit that Chappelle said. People like, yo, what the fuck is Sean and y'all to like they?
I'd be like, all right, fight
So
me
then it's
or,
not
or,
comedy.
or
But
block
why
me
it's not?
back.
Why it's not? How about we want to be comedians? How about I'm making a joke? Why is it
Just
not a
because you're a
joke?
comedian doesn't make it funny.
Okay, but it's still a joke to me.
Well,
so
I'm
now
saying,
it's
if
only
you made a joke, whoever the fuck made the joke, it's a joke. At the end of the day, it's a joke. You can feel like it's in poor taste all you want to. You're not gonna fight me, so shut the fuck up.
And to conclude on that, if you don't like what was said, you don't like what he's saying, his stances on things, don't support him.
Block
Simple
me
as
back,
that.
boo.
like you said,
don't-
you clicked on my face.
You clicked on his face. Don't click on his face again.
Right.
Don't support his stuff.
Nah,
Just
they
be like, I don't, because there's plenty of people in the media that do art and all that stuff that I don't agree with them. I'm not going to go on Twitter and say how they should be
Oh, no,
canceled,
they
how
gonna
they should
keep
die.
clicking
I
on
just
his face.
personally will not support whatever they do. Okay, you
understand
can
these
silently
people
do
are
that.
fake mad. Everyone wants to be fake outraged, so they click on his face so they can keep having something to be mad about. Girl,
Right.
shut the fuck up.
Well, let's get into
These nudes.
these nuts.
These nuts. These nuts. These nuts.
Y'all to do a freestyle real quick.
These nuts.
Y'all rappers. Come on.
I just D's nuts like 8 times. Nigga, that's what
Yeah.
you're getting. These nuts.
Go.
Yo, you talk about these nuts. Talk about these sluts. Talk about niggas taking it in the butt.
What? Hey, Snow.
All right, we have an action question. Y'all know what that music means. Okay.
Let me hear it.
Means y'all gonna hold the 20 and we
Right.
gonna ask one question.
Gotcha.
All right, so we have it. Ask Sean. Her name is. Oh, she want her name to be out there. Her name is Tiffany. She's 23. And she's from DC.
Okay, shout out
Hey,
Tiffany.
Tiff. Hold on, let me give her some applause because it takes a lot to
That's a lot,
enter in your.
Tiffany's.
Let me see some ID. So,
Shout out to
21
Tiffany
and
from
old
DC.
this show,
It takes
so
a
good
lot.
job.
It takes a lot to send in a question publicly on a show. Okay.
I mean, that
Oh, yeah.
that was
Oh, we
so
narrowed it
revealing.
down.
It's
I'm just
18
saying.
million Tiffany's
There's
in
so
fucking
many
DC.
Oh, that's Tiffany that works at Oohs and Ahs? Okay.
Hey. It
U
still
Street
takes a
or-
lot of braveness to talk to
You
people.
go to
period.
Bowie State,
No.
it's 7 Tiffany's in your homeroom
The
class.
only way that's brave is it's like, hey, this is Yada from Landover. Bitch, you know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
True.
Last for my social.
Hey,
4795.
put your race on here, by the way, because this question I want to know. What is she? But I have a
When I
feeling-
hear the question, I'll tell you what her race is.
All right, bet.
What type of
Full
application is
context.
this?
Full context. All right. 23-year-old Tiffany from DC. Me and my boyfriend have been together for a year and a half. He's like my best friend. And 3 months ago, we moved in together.
This ain't
okay?
6 brown chicks, man. Speed that shit up.
We've been sexually All right, chill.
This joint giving 6 brown chicks teeth.
Can I give my impression of what I think Tiffany from DC sound like?
No,
What the fuck?
I'm talking about how the question the stage.
Oh, all right. He's like my best friend, and 3 months ago we moved in together. We've been sexually active our entire relationship, but as of recently, I found God, and now I want to stop having sex until I'm married. Okay? Sean, should I just tell him I want to be celibate in the relationship and risk losing him, or just give in?
Tiffany, if you feel like you don't want to be fucking no more, I know you said sexually active, same thing. No, you got to tell him, because you're going to be making excuses and why you don't want to fuck him, this and that. Like, if you feel like that's your new thing and if you do not want to give up the pussy, don't give up the pussy. You got to tell him, you got to be honest with him, though, and you got to let him make that decision, because he might say, you know what? I'm down. I want to take this journey with you, or he might say, you tripping, because we've been fucking since day one, and now we not fucking, and that's something that I need in my relationship, and that doesn't make him a bad person, and that doesn't make you a bad girlfriend for not wanting to fuck no more.
Less might, more probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
be
just
prepared to break up.
Yeah, be prepared to break up, but honesty, I mean, it sounds cliche, it's the best policy. Communication, like letting each other know where you stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't feel like fucking, you know, and most likely you going to only feel like that for a couple of months. You going to give in.
Was the dick trash?
You going to give in.
Was the dick trash? Because I feel like all the Jesus in the world ain't about to pay.
I mean, and then like a year and a half.
I don't want to do it. No.
And then like a year and a half, y'all kind of young. Like, that's when like a lot of men, I mean, I'm assuming if he's in that age bracket, you know, he's like in his sexual prime. That's a lot to ask for,
Tiffany, you not fucking slick. I know what you trying to do. You trying to get that nigga to marry you. What's going on?
And that's not going to happen unless if he like in the church or, I mean, like I said, I don't know him personally. But hopefully, you know, he says, you know.
You don't know him at all, but go ahead.
Yeah. Y'all know him at all.
Y'all young, though, for that. Y'all extremely young for that. So I just feel like.
Well, I don't think it's an age thing. Like, if she
23?
Yeah, I mean, maybe she. I don't know what.
Your brains don't even fully develop until 25, but okay.
No, I ain't talking about for her to find God and not want to fuck no more. But I'm talking about if it's like a you want a ring situation like Stink, you ain't
that's what
really
I
lived
she just
yet.
put that in there.
But I'm just like if that's the case, you haven't really lived yet, darling. But I'm just gonna say that nigga probably gonna dump you. I ain't even gonna hold you.
He will
because if my nigga came home and told me he found God, he ain't trying to drop off no more dingling.
That's definitely not flying vice versa.
I love you to pieces, but your ass gotta go.
But it might be a blessing because if that relationship ends, you know, going in the next relationship, hey, you set these terms when you meet a new guy. Hey, look, I'm celibate.
Right.
This is what I'm we're not going to witchcom, and then that kind of okay.
Be prepared to be alone for a while.
No, but
it's usually not rocking.
But it also helps you weed out the niggas that you don't want to talk to.
You're gonna be weeding for the rest of your life.
So if a nigga just starts talking to you and knows that you're celibate, that nigga likes you.
Or he just wants to see how strong in your resolve you really are. So I'm trying to tell you, this is gonna be an uphill battle for you, Stink.
Not in this relationship. So I think you should never compromise your faith for a relationship, especially at 23. I mean, really not never, but I think that you should spend most of your time hanging out at like church conferences. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Sunday service, something like that. Like, because that's where your man is going to be if he's on that same page with you. Because
and even then, this man may not.
But yeah, I definitely think you should risk it if that's how you feel. If that's what you want and that's what's going to go with your faith, you shouldn't let the guy that you're with, you know, and stand in the middle of that.
Is it going to be okay for him to cheat viciously since you're not popping pussy no more?
Yep.
These are the questions.
So look, if y'all guys was like, you know, came one day and be like, you know what? I saw this movie. I don't want to hit the cheeks no more until we're married. How would y'all take that?
So how?
I'd be like, well, let me show you this movie. It's called Big Butt Ebony Slut fucking fucks the cable man, and we're gonna change all that shit. Fuck you mean?
Not because
we've already been fucking. We're going to keep fucking. We're not stopping fucking. I'm not stopping fucking. So you can get it, or you can get out and somebody else is getting it. But that's how it's going.
So you were in the relationship if your man decided he didn't want to fuck you no more.
That's wild as shit. I'm gonna assume you caught the herp or the AIDS.
So that's so crazy because vice versa, you would assume that, like with the guy, would you assume that with Miss Tiffany? Is that the reason?
I mean, did you cop the herb or the A's, and now you feel like how me explain these fever blasters? I don't fucking know, but
So, what about you? You in a relationship, you know, a year, and the guy says, you know what? I'm going down a different path. I want you to come down this path with me, or I just don't want to have sex anymore until we are married.
Well, marry me now, nigga. The fuck? Because this cat go off, nigga. Marry me now.
Because because Dre and Bree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dre had sex before, right?
They both did.
Oh, I thought she was. Oh,
She said that it was kind of a hazy situation. She didn't outside.
no, I know. No, I'm not even talking. Now, Dre, he had sex before, and he basically.
They both had sex before.
but
No,
not with
nobody
each
was
other.
virgins.
Oh, I thought she.
They were waiting together, but nobody was.
Why they do that? I thought he didn't have sex, and then she's like, you know, I'm not, and he was waiting because I thought that was sweet, and I thought that was cool. Nah, that was dope, but I didn't know they both was like, yeah, we both not fucking no more.
The number is 301.
I wouldn't leave. I don't know. I wouldn't leave. I would assume that, okay, so when are we getting married? Like, if we're in love, you know what I'm saying? So we can.
So
we don't have to get married. No, we don't got to get married. It doesn't mean like on paper, because we could just do our own thing, you know, with our little agreement, and not go through the courts and stuff.
You're giving up the dick. Fuck you going, nigga. They say how you got her is how you got to keep her. Don't get me on some dick and then decide you're not giving.
You're giving up the dick. I can't say that.
Toxic femininity.
First of all the God in the world ain't gonna stop a nigga from Stank. Stank. Are you watching Stank? Call in Stank.
So, bro,
let him know, Stank.
Imagine if I said, nah, bitch, you giving up the pussy.
That's very rapey.
Yeah.
No, you're giving up the dick. You've already been giving up the dick.
Toxic femininity.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, look.
Consent, fellas, consent.
My relationship requirements include fucking penile insertion, bitch.
And what else?
Period. So you're not cutting. That's part of what sold me on you.
How about if he be like, all right, we can still fuck, but I'm not eating a pussy no more.
No, what the
Until we
fuck type
married.
of?
We
We
not
didn't say that
pussy
in
no
the
more.
Bible.
No,
Bitch, we already sinning. All sins are equal.
No, how about if he like a Scientologist? Because like in one of their chapters, they were like eating the pussy is kind of like
No.
What the fuck was it just saying there?
Bomb is shit, boy. Bow down. The fuck no. Sin is sin. All sins are equal in the eyes of God, sir. We gonna fornicate all the way.
Oh, like so killing and shit.
I mean,
They do
if
say,
we was killers, we gonna keep killing. The fuck,
Gotcha.
we not about to stop killing because you found
well,
God.
Tiffany,
No.
best of luck to you, and man, just be open and honest. Like I feel like he's going to appreciate that and respect it. I ain't going to say the nigga going to stay,
Pre-pack
but
those
he will
bags.
appreciate it and respect it because like if you holding that onto it, like I mean, y'all come home and he be like, yo, what's up? And you be like, not today. He's gonna catch on. You know, he wants to know.
Y'all are
what's
young
gonna
and
change.
it ain't been that long.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pre-pack those bags.
Or
too.
even
I would
if
want to
you-
know what made you get to that point.
or even if you stay in a relationship and you do give in, will you later resent him because you went against what you felt like you were supposed to do with your faith? You know what I'm saying?
Why you
Gotcha.
even found God? Like,
Because that
God never was lost, by the
I'm
way.
saying, what you found him
that
for?
might
Like,
happen. Like
what was the motivation?
she might have a weak moment. He take it, and she be like, "No, you were supposed to help me with the journey. Why did you take the pussy even though I gave it to you? You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to help me out
Because
Supposed
bitch,
to
we
be
been
strong."
fucking. That's why. Because we was fucking before. That's what I'm saying.
Prior
The fuck, don't
fucking
switch
not
up on
consent
me,
for the
bitch.
No, but you can't look. Just like if you in a relationship with a girl and she fucking, and then all of a sudden she don't want to fuck that day. You can't say
Yeah, that day, yes. For the rest of our relationship, get
the
out.
woman- she has the right. You're right.
She absolutely, and I have the right to tell you to get out.
Gotcha.
This is over. I'm moving in a bitch who's ready to pop some pussy, and it's not you. And it's only been a year and a half. Get out. You gotta get out. I will put your ass out. I ain't gonna hold you.
Gotcha.
Well, that has been our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for listening. Shout out to NHS Radio. Shout out to SoundCloud. Hey, stop what y'all doing right now. If y'all on YouTube, SoundCloud, hit the like button right now. We'll wait for a second before we finish the show. Because that shit means something. Like the shit. Press like on. If you listening on Apple Podcasts, go to SoundCloud. Press like.
And if you thumbs down, you a bitch.
Hey, no bullshit. We never get thumbs down though, but I'm pretty sure we would
Got
get
that
one now.
one.
Yeah.
We know who that
Put your
was.
thumbs up on this video right here, right now. Thank you for supporting us, and we will see y'all next time on the best show in the DMV. No Disclaimers podcast, baby.